And we're back to another episode of Let's Play Shining Force. I'm your host, Nick Legata. Rock on, man! We're on book 1, by the way, if you were just wondering. Yeah, I'm going to have to try to remember to say what book we're on, because, yeah, when we did book 2... Oh my god, I don't know where we are! He didn't tell us! What am I gonna do? Huh? Frank, help me out here, man! Huh? Anyway, enough of that. This battle's, again, pretty easy, pretty straightforward. The Dark Dwarf is probably the most threatening thing here. So, you know. And that's the extent of the Dark Dwarf. I hate to say it, but that's the extent. So let's just finish him off. We'll let Apis get the kill. Possibly. Sorry, I'm texting at the same time. I'll be getting spam texts all night for good reasons. Let's see, whose turn is it? It's you? Well, wait a minute, hold on. Yay! So the whole party is to level 5. Thank you for being patient while I answered that text. Many names these fucking places in this game, I swear. The other regular games have okay names. I don't know what they did to this. What's up with this dude? He's got one eye. I guess he was peeping in the wrong room at the wrong time. I like to think that. So we got a new character here. Yay! New character! Because this is really how you get them. Is you get them in battles, or after battles, or during battles. You don't really get them any other way. Yes, new gear. Metal Gear. Gear of all the metal. Metal Gear. Okay, so obviously we are going to replace our wooden crap with new crap. Yes, I would. No, I don't want a short sword. I already got one. Let's see. We want a spear, which will help. Apis. I'm used to having a centaur like really near the top. There isn't one near the top. He's actually near the bottom, surprisingly. Bruce will get an axe. This is pretty straightforward. I mean, you really can't screw this up. Okay, so a leather glove. Obviously, Sid will get that. Bronze rod. That's a given too. Windy. Iron arrow, which goes to Shade, yes. And one of the important things in this game, too, is to make sure that you have room in every character's inventory, no matter what. Because enemies, the only way to get secret gear and stuff like that is enemies drop it. And if you don't have room in your inventory, you cannot pick it up. Which is terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying when you see that happen. Like a part of your soul dies. Not really, but, you know, to each his own. Anyway, so we do that. Make everybody squared away there. And but if for any reason they do drop something and you can't pick it up, you can usually find it in the deal section and pay like arm and a leg for it. Let's see. Now let's equip all this gear. Wow, they're already equipped with it. Did I actually do that? Oh, okay. Oh, fuck it then. Alright. Let's talk about some of our characters here. Okay, so we got a pretty good layout here. I'm not going to go and open up every one of these. I guess we could. Nick is your swordsman character. Like every character, he can be one of the best characters if you know how to use him and that you're not afraid to use them. You gotta grow a pair and put them out there, and if you don't, that's your problem. Roos is gonna be a good warrior. He's probably one of the better warriors in the game, and it's funny because you start with him, so you get to spend more time developing this character. Shade is an okay archer, but his usefulness tends to fade over time. Sig is, as a healer, he very much resembles Lo. Lo was an okay healer. He was good for about halfway through the game, but he was overshadowed at a certain point. And there's two healers that usually do the overshadowing. In every Shining Force game, there's usually two healers that you would substitute in. Wendy is debatable. She's okay. She's not the greatest mage in the group. You will find better mages, but there were also worse mages too. So, to each his own. Apis is a good centaur. He's probably going to stay for as long as we can. And Cray is actually a pretty good monk. Right now he's only level 2, where everybody else is level 5. So he's going to definitely get some leveling up going for him. He's usually the master. He's usually the monk that I keep in over Sig. So if you were curious who I keep and who I don't, that's pretty much should tell you right there. Where's the save function? There it is. It's in a different place in every game, I swear. Alright, so anyway, that's the lowdown of the party, and we'll talk more about party characters that stay in when we get in later, but it's a good idea to know who you're going to use a lot of. And really, it's almost everybody in this party, but at a certain point we will debate who we keep. But there's usually in every party, I have 2 mages, 2 healers, and everybody else is kind of filler, and I try to fill them out as best as I can. Usually I have 1 good centaur, 1 or 2 good centaurs by end game. I usually have 1 special class, sometimes 2 special classes, 1 ranged characters there. So, and then everything else is kind of filler. So, you know, I usually have a good warrior in there, which will probably be loose. So it just, again, it just depends on your playing style. Which, for other people, is going to vary, but to each his own. This battle, you're going to find 3 good items here. One of the first battles, you actually find items in other enemies. Protect Milk. There's a, let me see. There's a huge bat with something too. I don't remember which one though. But he's got an important, there he is. He's got the quick chicken. And then, of course, last but not least, the Cypress Knight, who has boost level 2. He can cast it, I think, a couple times, but he's got the Bronze Lance, which he'll drop. So that's an important drop. Less money you spend on gear, the better! That's how I look at it. Now this game is picky. Like in other Shining Force games, I will not spend stat boosting items on anybody because I don't know who I'm going to really keep. This is probably one of the exceptions to the rule. I would have no problem whatsoever using them right away because you have a limited amount of inventory space. You can only carry what the characters can carry, and from that, after that, you're on your own. So it is important to have that open inventory space, or you're just not gonna survive this game. Because your drops are gonna come up where you can't pick them up. There's no room. The other thing too is that we want Cray to get as many kills as possible. So we're gonna do everything we can to keep him alive and pushing here, because he's the one that's hurting him level, and he needs to play serious catch up. Usually by the next battle we want level, I'd say 6 or level 7. If you're really stingy like me, you'll do this battle maybe twice, just because it'll bring Cray up to where he needs to be, if you let him do most of the fighting and killing and healing. As much healing as he can. He hits hard, though. He hits hard. But you let him do most of the killing, he'll catch up in about 4 or 5 enemies worth, and then you redo the battle and let everybody level up at least to 6, and then some of them are even getting to 7. So you definitely use your other characters to weaken the enemies, and then so on and so forth. You can even let them get a few hits in now. It's not a big deal. As long as Cray catches up, it shouldn't matter. Which is good. Yay! Die, huge bat. Take that, bat. I'm not doing as much damage to him as I did before. It's starting to show. Okay, so now Wendy's good for weakening enemies for Cray to finish off. So this is a good combo here. Cray can easily kill that now. Also, the other important thing too is the reason I threw Nick right out in the front line is because You don't want that bridge to get closed in, and it will. It probably will with this setup. They can close us in. And the reason you don't want this to close in so much is because if it closes in, then you're really screwed. You can't get people across the bridge. And that's an important tactic in any tactical RPG game you'll ever play. Get across the bridge. If it's a one square bridge, get them across the bridge. Or make them wait on the other side and pull the enemy towards you. Any of those tactics probably work fine. But my thesis is still correct. Get them across the bridge. My original thesis is correct. Get them across the bridge. This is why. For those of you who have to write papers because you're still in high school. Or college. You think they make you do it in middle school. Thesis papers with thesis and stuff like that. Whatever. To each his own. Yes. Got rid of the bat. Good. And Wendy leveled to 6. Yeah, like I said, this isn't going to be an issue getting these guys to 6 or 7. It's going to be dependent, the progress of the party is going to be really based on Cray's performance here. Because Roos is just going to slaughter everything in his path. But he'll be good for prepping for Cray, obviously. We'll let Cray get those kills. We'll let Sig do all the healing for now. I don't see how this could go wrong. Oh wow, look at that. Hey Cray, we've got some meat ready for you. No! So again, you don't have to redo battles like I'm doing just to get everybody where they're supposed to be, in my opinion, level-wise. I mean, if you did the few battles in the beginning, all you gotta do is just power through. Push right on through. I like to push through when I have the party I'm happy with. When the few characters that I will use at endgame have joined the party, that's when I really start considering who I am. That's when I really stop caring about, you know, who's what level and, you know, whatnot. Oop, a little bit of lag there. I'm not gonna waste a fiver on Roos either. When Cray's turn comes up, he'll be able to get over there. And I don't mind these guys taking damage either. I mean, they level off of healing too, so can't complain. So, and for the most part, what I'm going to do is when I get to the last enemy, I'm not going to fight him. I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to redo this battle, get Cray up to where he needs to be, unless he's really close as is. Get Cray up to where he needs to be, and then I'll show you me slaying the final enemy here. And that'll be the end of the battle. Because right now, this is not looking good for the scavengers. I got two characters who can almost one-shot them if they don't get their shit blocked. Alright. Cray's up for the kill of his first prey. Take that. Wow, we got a 9 out of that? That's not bad. See, Cray's, what I like about Cray is he gets better spells than Sig in a way. And he hits a lot harder than Sig does. Which makes me always seem to go with Cray over Sig. Just give you a heads up of why I'm focusing more on Cray. Why should I care about Cray? He came in with such a weak level, that's why I care. He's hitting harder than Sig does, and he's almost 4 levels lower. He's technically 3 levels lower, but whatever. My point's still valid. I mean, that's a huge damage margin. Let's see here. Die. He could kill any scavenger right now at the strength rating he's at. And Sig's turn. Sig's gonna stand there. Let's see, Cray is up. He's gonna get the kill. Be level 4 by now, I think. But healing should have helped him in. So anyway, on the next episode of Let's Play Shining Force CD, I will kill all other 3 enemies. I'm going to pause it, I'm going to redo the battle, get to the end of the battle, and we'll continue from there. We'll see you there.